Video. Hundreds of federal agents surrounded this apartment on the south of Chicago early Tuesday morning. Officers flooded into the building on foot. Others landed on the top of the complex by a helicopter. DHS told Fox that agents arrested nearly 40 people in this raid, but they did not verify if any of them were actually those suspected gang members.
That was a known empty apartment complex that the city knew of, that it was known TDA members were in that building. We knew there were going to be weapons in that location. There were people living and squatting.
Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Kodash, the apostles and elders, great millstone rule well. Peace, salutations, blessings to the elect, pushing the word across the four corners of earth, risking your life to do so. And yeah, they somebody, some way, somehow they scouted that location, and they were saying they had people, they had Black Hawks, they had people rappelling from the ceiling, and then rappelling from the roof. All right, then basically they was coming through with ARs, pointing them in everybody's faces. They said they had a van full of, illegal, basically Northern Kingdom, and they had a van full of Southern Kingdom. Right? And yeah, we're in those times of warfare. See, all these things that we've been talking about, it's time. It's time for them to come to fruition. It's no more dilly-dallying, and bullshitting, which a lot of our people have been doing. This is Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it had already been kindled? And that fire, which is literal fire, is going to come upon the earth, but that represents destruction. Represents destruction and warfare. All right, like I always go back to Genesis, where it talks about the cool of the day. Genesis 3:8, and they heard the voice of the Lord power walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from in the cool of the day. But now that fire is ignited, all right, let's see the example. Verse 50, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather division. All right, so divisions are about to happen. And fire goes into warfare, which of course is synonymous with destruction. For from henceforth there should be five in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. And this is why they're going to be divided. Because when Esau comes out with all these alternatives and whatever form of bio-digital ID, because we already know it's going to be biological, people are going to be divided. Well, no, we got to take it. No, we don't got to take nothing. No, we have to. Well, back in 2020, well, this isn't then. This is different. We're not going to be able to eat. We're going to be cut. We're going to be cut off from the system. Right? And these are all because of the plots and the plans of the wicked, and how they frame things and set up situations, and use different little things that happen to say, hey, see, you have all these immigrants, and we can't track them, and Europe is overrun, and look what they're doing in Britain. They're actually mandating digital ID, so we need to follow suit. And then over in the state of Israel, all these different things, which are a byproduct of what Esau did. Right, because Biden couldn't even form cohesive sentences, couldn't even fucking think. But because he was such a niggard, he wanted that office. Right, and then whoever were the puppet masters behind him, they were the ones really doing shit. Signing his auto signing his name on shit. He was used for complete chaos. So he was true to what he said to that judge. Can a biological device be implanted? Well, he's a tool to do that. Right? And now he has I forget, he has stage something cancer. He got a bunch of different cancers, so they're not even gonna come after him. Right, it says, the father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And at that appointed time, which how you got a government that shuts down? Like what kind of bullshit is this? But this is all the wicked and how they rule. Oh, the government shut down because we can't agree upon something, and then so if you're in certain programs, certain departments, they're not getting paid. All right, certain people are not getting paid. All bullshit. Because this senator, and he needs 5 more people to vote this way. That's why the scriptures say a beast that rules diverse from the ones before. Because there's no, of course, Trump is the king of Babylon, but they use that legislative bullshit as a reason for that. These people have to vote for this, but these people it's confusion. But then if they get this many votes, then they have to wait for these people to flip. So you got to tap them on the shoulder. But then Trump can just executive order shit and just overrule their shit anyway. So it's a game. It's a big show and tell game, TV game. All right, and then they threw the was it Higgs with the one who's over not the Department of Defense but Department of War. He said no more beardos. He wants his troops shaped up, which they always should have been shaped up. But again, they're going back to the Biden thing where he was allowing, alternative lifestyle in the military, and they can wear lipstick, and you got the damn nigga woman doing TikToks, wearing certain shit. Now they're saying that stuff is unacceptable. Beards. You have certain brothers who were in the military and actually got kicked out for that very reason. But it was all through the spirit, because this is the wrong time to be in the military. Yeah, it's about to be a lot of arguments that happen. And it has to be. Jeremiah 50:35, a sword is upon the Chaldeans. See, the scriptures say he gonna fall in a pit that he made. Right? He's gonna be subject to his own devices. So Esau, he gotta get it. The sword has to come for him. Right? It's gonna have to be some backlash. And what they were trying to do was they were trying to filter the military, like making sure everybody's good on one accord. But that don't mean that they won't flip. Because some of them still actually believe in the Constitution. They believe in America, blah, blah, blah. Some of them is like, look, man, we're going to rule how we're going to rule. All that shit is really just for show and tell and color of law. Which the ones behind the scenes really in power, they understand that. They understand how they're able to use that. The ones who are foolish, they're like, oh no, justice actually exists here. A sword is upon the Chaldeans. Those Chaldeans, those sorcerers. Because that's what this place is full of, man. Just witchcrafts and sorcery and women in power. This place gotta go. And upon the inhabitants of Babylon. So these people gotta feel it too. And upon her princes and upon her wise men. All right, yeah, insurrections, people invading, people rising. Wait a minute. It's a thing. It's going to happen. It says, a sword is upon the liars, and they shall dope. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. All right, that sword is over this place. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. All right, that's how you know this place is Babylon. Because what do you have here? Just mingled people. That's another thing they're complaining about. Immigration and all these people are destroying our American way of life. And this is fair use. I don't co-sign anything said in these videos. I'm just showing you the notions of a lot of Americans right now. Fair use. I don't own any rights to these videos.
We have been stabbed in the back by our own politicians. Our own people have sold us out. We have received nothing we have voted for. We have no representation. Our backs are against the wall.
Yeah, the wolf. Yeah, Esau is the wolf. And you're right. You've inherited lies. You thought that these people who represent you and who put these suits on, and I mean, which if you would have did your research, you would have been like, hell no, they ain't gonna take care of me.
We are bombarded by foreign influence from both political directions. From the left, we have the Marxist Bolshevik influence. From the right, pure Zionism disguised as foreign diplomacy. The backbone of America is suffering. Our economy is hyperinflated. All for what? When does it end? When do we say enough is enough? It is time for our voices to be heard. We the people move America. Without us, our country crumbles. We are the backbone and strength of this nation. It is time that we begin acting like it.
Which, I mean, to an extent, shit, Israel is draining billions of dollars. Billions of dollars, while Americans can barely, get ahead, barely stay afloat. Let me say it like that. All right, the middle class is pretty much destroyed. All right, and it's the perfect setup for the identification, biodigital identification. It says, a sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. They shall be afraid. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. All right, these people are still going to celebrate Christmas and Halloween at the end of this damn month, and not understand what or some of them do understand, but not even understand what you're doing or what you're giving credence to. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owl shall dwell there, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. And that's how you know this chapter is primarily referring to, because certain things are manifold, but this is referring to America. Jeremiah 50 and 51 is talking about America. All right, because modern day Babylon, you still have people who dwell there. As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. You still have people over in ancient Babylon. Behold, a people shall come up from the north. Let me get right to the point, though. In verse 45, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes. And see, it's ultimately the counsel of the Lord to bring this place down. It can't be healed. It can't be brought back. It's never going to be like it was. That's why we just, scriptures say what? Quickly without care. You care, you try to your best to work with what you got and pull in certain things around you. You apply wisdom, but ultimately, scriptures say we found quickly without care, man. I don't care. Really don't care, man. Really just want to be one of them ones. See, that's the prize in all of this. You got side missions, but the main mission is to be a part of that number. All right, the side missions don't really mean shit. All right, at the end of the day, the thing that's gonna stand is our faith and our works, which show our faith. That's why we're not giving energy to we're not focused on some internet gossip. We're not focused on your when's the next season of my favorite TV show coming out, and it just be like, it's just the thing where it be like, oh, what's out? Oh, okay, that's out. Okay, interesting. That's a interesting topic. But it's just not worried about this day-to-day shit. Not really worried about it. All right, primary focus should be prophecy. Say what? Prophesy until what? The lands are barren and desolate. Basically, until this shit is done. All right, that fire is kindled, and that which the Lord wants accomplished is accomplished. All right, this is Proverbs 30. Because you have to ask yourself, man. That's one thing I ask myself on the Day of Atonement. It's like, are you full? You done? Are you done? Are you full? Because it's like, no matter how much in this damn flesh, no matter how much you eat, how much you enjoy, you're never satisfied. That's why we have to also practice that temperance. So these are times where it's going to be a lot of things get cut back. You might be in a situation where you have a little less, and you gotta make more with a little less. You gotta get clever. You gotta get clever. You gotta think of how to cook things for yourself. Prudence. Cooking and making stuff for yourself. Taking because a lot of this shit is bad, but you want the best of the worst. But how to make stuff from scratch. All right, you can make a healthy version of mayonnaise. It was an egg, lemon juice, pepper. What else is in there? I'm missing a couple of them. I have to look again. But it's certain things you could do for self. Oh yeah, mustard, and then you blend it all up, and that's with everything. You can make anything from scratch. All right, but the point being, temperance on this world, because that's what they do. They starve you. They let people get fat on the hog. Right? Like Biden, they let all these people coming over here. They got benefits. They was getting this. They was getting that. They was getting cars. They was getting. They was offering people double. For a lot of landlords, they was offering them double. And then, man, that's chaos out here. They was offering them double. And then they get you here, but then they kind of starve you. You used to eating a certain amount, and then now they can exploit you. Right? They do that with everything. They do that with artists. Right? They'll kind of give them a little deal. Right? Let them eat a little bit, give them a little bit of fame. They come in, they get all the features, they get all the songs clear, and then now it's time to re-sign. It's like, okay, this is the real contract right here. This is this is that 360 deal. This is that Meek Mill contract you finna sign. Sign your life away. Or you can, you got a taste of fame, but now you can go back to that. If you don't sign this, you're gonna be a one-hit wonder. You're gonna be the coulda, woulda, shoulda guy. All of the hoes is gonna leave you alone. Everybody who is hyping you up, they're gonna call you a failure. Man, he fell off. And that happens to a lot of artists. They see something they don't like, or they rebel, or they, and then all of a sudden you see them like, damn, what happened to so-and-so, man? I like this sound. All right, that's what they're gonna do with our people, though, with this, going back to that digital bio identification. They're gonna play that game. All right, that's why Amalek is famous for that. They're famous for it. All right, this is Proverbs 30 and 15. It says, the horse leash have two daughters crying, at 2 mouths crying, give, give. There are 3 things that are never satisfied, yea, 4 things say not, it is enough. The grave, right? The barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that saith it is enough. That fire is going to keep burning. And that's what's going to happen in this place. That fire is kindled. So these Edomites are pissed off. That fire is kindled. And going back to that initial verse, Luke 12:49, I'm come to send fire on the earth, and what will I be if it is already kindled? You ain't no, fire gonna keep going until it run out of things to combust. And this place is full of it. So, Lord willing, man, we continue to stay vigilant, stay diligent, because these things are about to hit home. They're about to make their move. Best believe. And when they make that move, we already know Yahweh Shema is going to make his. So shalom to the elect.